Good morning, Maximian. Mr. Salmina. Good morning. Banange mwebali kukera. I hope you guys are doing well today. I hope this dark Wednesday is not as dark in your life as it is on the road. Tuzinga bali mukahora. Kalaba. Uronza avuge mu rukanzense okusi. Jirwandira butawera. Tusobora okusigala nga tusurvivinga. That car in front of us is a concern. The kanda bikira bulungi nze. Naye nga babuvuga. Jagamba nti motoka bubi. Oba kosobodde okufuna okavuga. Aga tunagamba sokavuga. Ogendera awo. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Bitambula. Today is 31st March. Omwezi guweddeko. Gutambudde. We are 5 months in, by the way. 5 months. 7 months to go ngomwezi omwaka guweddeko. Simanyo about what goals did you set as a Director Masa Academy. Good morning. Good morning, Abby. I hope you're doing well. Tubulanganye bannange tubulanganye oli piki n'emukuba oba beetomedde batya oba balinga ku petrol station yawo kuhasi basazeewo bo beetomere ekirungi ababoda beetegeera beeta mangu naye kati gwe mukoodeko nyina gwe nakoonako wa boda ku roundabout oba ebirowoozo byange byali luddawa I bumped him sebo nayimirira parking nemwa parking ebiki naawe I drove and went. Nga yekebeza leka katodo wa boda akebera chemba beka chiche nyinzo okonunanga mu bumpinze. Asoko parking na yasaja boda. Oba wani abalimba nti the motorcycles have a lot that can be spoiled when someone bumps you. The motorcycle only gets spoiled if you knock it and it drops down. That's the only time it spoils stuff. I hope you guys are doing well. I've been lost. I've been my 9 to 5 has been making me very busy. I've been cooking some very nice work that you guys will see very soon. I've been cooking. And for the first time, I realized that energy drinks will work for you up to a certain point and then they'll stop. I think I've taken all energy drinks. The only thing that I've not tried that they have told me to try that it works, Mira. The body will keep awake. I don't know, has anyone ever tried Mairunji? Good morning, TMTGFG. AK-47 TMTGMT. Martha, it's rained at night. Right now it's just drizzling. It's just drizzling. But I think rainy season someone is calling me.
It's the cafe. Oh, it's someone! Hey!
Wanang. Good morning, Mr. Cafero. I hope you're doing well. Mary Alozias. Good morning, Mairunji. Wanang. When you're working and you don't want to sleep, like you have been working 24 hours.
It's the cafe.
Like
oh, it's someone!
Hey! Alozias. I was on set working with guys that ate my lunch. Me, I would be dozing. You can imagine your director is dozing and the rest of you are not. some people energy drinks reach the point nga tezikyakola nga ziringa ezindeetera nga ziringa piriton. Access News, good morning. My voice, Aneda nze mbadde muting. Someone has been calling me, so I would mute to talk to them and then come back. That's what has happened. Sorry about that. Good morning, Innocent. Broadcast naro. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. How has it been? How has it been that side? Tell me. Bibadde bitambula bitya? The guys that didn't know how to use the traffic lights at these roundabouts, did you finally learn? I find that these traffic lights are actually a very good blessing. A blessing, because blessings are good anyway. Traffic lights is, zituyambako. Ziyambako. At least zigobawo aba traffic. The only trouble is that very soon the traffic officers will be back here and they will disorganize the traffic lights. Yeah. So today I wanted us to try and explore the subject of whether the size of your family should influence the kind of car you buy. Should it not, and why? The size of your family, should that be an influencing factor of the kind of car you buy, and why, or why not? Tugenda maaso kabokirowozaako atoli mukambwe ku TikTok asiri mukambwe. I think with shorter videos I have much more energy, and ate ku TikTok kuliko nonsense. I don't like nonsense. Like there's a video I did where I was telling people that when you're involved in an accident, don't go civil. Don't in civil court. Like for example, Arthur knocks your car and police lets him go. Arthur in civil court. I was telling people civil is very expensive. We should not go that side, because civil they'll tell you to try mediation. And there's a traffic officer that came to dispute what I was saying. The traffic officer was actually saying that I was misleading people. And after saying I'm misleading people, he said the exact thing I was saying. So TikTok has a lot of nonsense. People don't listen. I think because TikTok, it's taken to be an unserious app, so they never listen to things thinking that abantu abogere ebintu ebyo research, which is not the same. And the way people on TikTok disagree, ya mucharo nyonyo bayeri mu ghetto ni mukatanga, they don't disagree like civil people. You see here on YouTube, I've had plenty of people disagree with what I say, and the way they disagree is quite civil. See, someone will actually even call you up and Arthur, why you get I disagree, and that's the reason why you guys inspired me to start the podcast, which I'm starting very soon, and we can have discussions like expose the people. You disagree with someone, tell something I've said, then well, you're going to have your day in the podcast. You're going to have it on the podcast and come and tell us what you think about that particular subject. Like the subject here that we are tackling, should the size of your family influence the car type, shape, and all that of the car you buy? That's something that we should have a discussion about in a studio where someone should actually other people should actually also be able to air their views with their own voice, with their own faces being seen. And that's something that I'm going to do very soon. So I'll share a link on this channel where you can click it, go to a form and fill in you'd like to be hosted on Diro Yagara to be hosted and all that. Yeah, and then you can come and be hosted. Of course, the podcast may or may not be live, depending on the kind of modalities that I work out in the end. Of course, I've not yet worked out those things. I've been quite busy. Sisobola to figure that out, but very soon I'll figure it out. Yeah, good morning Badru. Mark, good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. Banange yonaje muli. Kafield ako karabye. Kakukalinga bili esatu. Yemoroka yemune moroka yange just kugira mukyala ate sirabira nnyo ngaabo. Waliwo abantu abalabirira emmotoka n'ogamba oba kiki kino omya emmotoka egenda kakafufu katono n'agyoza. For me, for example, during this rainy season, njozaako waggulu wa mmotoka eno wansi soozayo kuba wagenda kuddamu waddugali. Emipiira sigyoza ne rimu sizooza. Why am I wasting time? It's going to get that again. Njozaako eno waggulu ku ndabirwamu eno abantu gye balaba ennyo nenjozaako ku bonnet ne ku buutubuutu okwo. TikTok, everyone has freedom of speech. That's why it's full of violence. TikTok ain't violence. Abi na yenze sagala kumanya bang wa traffic namukubye sagala kundetako butamanya abo sagala kundetako butamze adrenaline. And by the way, when was adrenaline rush, I like that rush that goes through me when I'm there is this guy Chiyenje from Noob. Guy itamujeka wa Noob. For him, the only comments he puts on my video, he has been putting actually on my videos have been the only thing he writes. So the last time he did, I warned him, Namugambi, I will block you. He stopped posting nonsense on my videos. And then there is another dude, I think it's an Uber driver. But anyway, TikTok is a nice platform. For me, I learned a lot of things from TikTok. I follow like three people, 3 accounts, because those are accounts that post videos I like regularly. Yeah, good morning Badru. Access but guys, should the size of your family influence the decision of the type or kind of car you buy? Why and why not? Tell me what you think, guys. Zingasinaba wansonga zange kwanza enzina ngasinaba kuchi Suya yellow one is over from yesterday. Should the size of your family influence the car you buy or not? A discussion ya February and wanosikuba. Wanosikuba ngako aku TikTok batula. Should the size of your family influence the car you buy or not, and why? And it's a home of stressed people mostly. I don't think they are stressed. I don't think the people on TikTok are stressed. One thing yeah. You were going to go to school. I don't think that TikTok is full of stressed people. I think TikTok is like that platform where everyone can go. People that have TikTok Lite, because majority of the people on TikTok actually are using TikTok Lite to save data. Mutaguze MB za 5 mukitegera azara bye video ye tomugambe kyagala kuwira nga lwaki takuvuma mukitegera. But I don't think they are really stressed. Of course everyone is stressed in life at certain levels, but I find that TikTok has a lot of people that don't intend to get the kind of content they get. You see on YouTube will give you information based on what you Google, right? For example, you go and Google where to buy cars in Kampala. You go and Google the best cars for Kampala roads. Then on YouTube will see your search history and suggest a channel like Arthur's channel, right? And you'll find that majority of the time the suggestions are actually very relevant. TikTok doesn't have the same resources. TikTok will give you random videos, and then with the random videos they hope that you can tell them I'm not interested in this video because it has that option. Personally, I don't watch those skits, the funny okay, the skits that are meant to be funny. Whenever that skit comes into my timeline, I click not interested. I mostly want to watch things that inspire me, that motivate me, that educate me. So I click not interested on all the content that seems to be only entertainment. Well, because I'm in the entertainment industry, and first of all, I don't want to copy. But also I find that most of the work on TikTok is mediocre content. It's just that people don't know where the good content is. Yeah. But TikTok is not, they are stressed. Ben Kako, good morning. Good morning, Johnny. Family size matters, but it should be on budget for affordability and maintaining. Yes, family size matters. Now, let me ask you a question, Abby. Then Alois is saying, I think it's relative. With a bigger family, you won't have value driving a person. Yes. Now, let me ask you something. So, if you have a family of 10 people, let's say you have 9 kids, and I doubt anyone here has 9 kids. The people that have 9 kids, the majority can't afford to buy data for YouTube. From my experience, that might not apply. So you have given me back. Thank you. So is there anyone here? Is there anyone here that has is there anyone here that has 9 people, 9 kids? From my experience, the people that have 9 kids rarely even have a smartphone. If they have a smartphone on and off. This week he has a smartphone, next week it's sold. Next week they have what looks like a smartphone, and they rarely have smartphones that are really smart. They have iTel. There are some smartphones that have funny names. Phones that were made majorly for the African market. The smartphones are to people that have 9 kids. That's from my experience, and you can prove me wrong. So a person that has a big family, and Alosias, by big family, what do you mean? Do you mean 4 kids, 7 kids, 9 kids, 10 kids? What's a big family? Good morning, Blair. What do you mean by when you say big family? Personally, I think 4 kids is a big family. 4 kids is a very big family. I find that a normal family should be 2 kids. 2 kids. Or I would just wait. In our Uganda here, one time you look for bursary, and in my experience, most people that have 5 kids, most people that have 5 kids look for bursaries at least once in their lifetime. You can stop if you don't look for a bursary, your wife will. If you're the wife, then your husband will. Bursary. Botajinonya primary, jajinonya secondary. Botajinonya secondary, jajinonya tertiary. Man. And you know, there's been propaganda that organizations are pushing for family planning because they don't want Africans to have kids. Who told you? You have kids. Don't go for family planning. Okay. If money is not a problem, then I think number of people who will be using the car oftenly should be one of the reasons to consider. Yes. That's. But even when money is because if money is a problem, then you should not be considering buying a car at any moment. Use taxis. Which take it. Hey, good morning, Arthur. Original Gospel Church. Have been watching your videos, but had not had a chance seeing you live till today. Thank you for being here, and you're welcome. We are live. For those that don't know, we are live every day. The past 2 weeks, of course, I've been very busy. This is called a tester. It tests electricity when you test. And then maybe mugamba tester chekolo no musanga nga testing. Abana abalenzi. Yeah, for the guys that are fresh here on this channel, on this live broadcast, we are live every day, Monday to Friday at 7:15 a.m. and then on Saturday and Sunday we are live at 5:15 p.m. Why we are live at this time? It's the time you guys are going home. This is like your morning show, and we have fun basically, and we learn. Just know we have people here that teach us. Me, I'm just like a moderator. The rest, most of the lessons are actually in the comment section. In the comment section, that's where you learn most of the things. Yeah, the size of family will not determine the car to buy, because there is a difference between buying the car and keep it on the road. Wallet matter a lot. Thank you very much, Innocent. I kind of agree with Innocent. I personally think that the size of your family should not at any time influence the kind of car you buy. I personally, but I'm going to tell you that later. I'll tell you why I think like that later on. Katugene maso. Abe is saying if family members are above 7, I don't think they move all together on a daily basis, because even on Sunday and Friday some people stay home unless it's get together parties once in a year. Thank you very much. That's a very good observation. That's a very good observation, Abby. Thank you. So guys, we are having a discussion of whether family size should influence your choice of the car. Should the size of your family influence what car you buy? Should you look at the number of people you have in your family before you buy a car or not, and why or why not? That's the discussion we're having today, and please feel free to share your thoughts. Tell us whether the family size should influence and why. Uncle, how true is it Mbugbrand ziseerera nnyo era zisumbu? No. Ati kakati emmotoka zonna ezisikira emabega ziseerera. Kebere Nuwa, kebere Prado, kebere emmotoka yonna kasita ebanga esikira amabega, ne Mercedes Benz ziseerera. Ziseerera mu buseerezi. Ziseerera. I like the Mark II and the Mark II Grand, but one of the reasons why I may not buy that car is jembere wange waseerera. Olaba nene moroka yange esikira maaso. Naye ate Salmin okuseerera kw'emmoroka it might not be because of the type of car, or because of the drive bagita batya, oba it's rear wheel drive, or enguudo ezaffe ziseerera buseerezi generally. Nenga yes, because esikira mabega ate mabega wabose. The reason why the front wheel drive cars they say that because it's bands it on mass, because the engine is seated on the tires. The rule is follow budget, just like a house. Thank you, Andrew. Yes. Yeah, so just to remind you, on Friday it's going to be Question Friday here, still at 7:15 a.m. You can come and ask all the questions that are on your mind. Inquire. People will be here to answer your questions. On this channel we have people from all walks of life, from all professions. On this channel we have engineers, we have lawyers, we have mechanics, we have business people, we have farmers, we have teachers, we have people from all walks of life on this channel. And on Friday you get the chance to ask any question on your mind, be it relationship, be it about cars, be it about houses, be it about business, be it about relationships. I mean, you can come and ask any question on Friday and you'll get answers, not from me alone. No. You'll get answers from the people that will be live here with us. Yeah. So Friday, and then on Tuesday, it's always Marketing Tuesday. I teach you guys about marketing, and you can get to market your business products or services to the people that will be watching live. Yes. Innocent is saying, Okwemalako sente si chirungi, better buy a Corona than struggling financially with a good car. Thank you very much, Innocent. Benjamin B is saying, if the car is for family transportation and not a money maker, then the family size should determine the car choice. Yes. Why? Oina flash. Nina akantu kugundi ku computer bakampadde kasini. So you give me your phone, I put it on your phone, and then you share with him. Kanteka ku simu yona agenda kuletera. Oba osobola okumpa simu yona enteeka oba. Nekasuulira ddala. Ndi bulungi mpozi gwe. You give me your phone, I put. But that thing should not be shared with anyone. Yeah. Huh? Okuddako ye yekka. Ate naye omugamba. It's not for public consumption. It's not good to put all the family members in the same car in case of an accident. The whole family may die. So it's a no for me. You better buy 2 parcels. Martha, that's an approach. But why not just drive carefully? Me, I think that it's. May I find that it's just better to drive carefully. But your phone is not on. I think you charged it and it's off. What charge is it for? Enlighten why I should not buy Toyota Nadia at a low and as a low earner. Toyota Nadia is not for low income earners. For starters, even when the Nadia came, bazivuganga babanga basile queen bana kati nga babeere nalya be bavuganga ezo nga tebakola nakukola obanga baba bakola emirimu gye bakola. It earns by the hour, or it earns by the duration. It's short, yes, long. So I don't think the Nadia should be even thought about by low income earner. Yeah. The size of the car. Okay, Kamario Nadia enywa. Anange password. Nadia enywa bannange. Nadia enywa ate kati emmotoka eyo yaggwako luli yaliko naye kati tekyaliko. The size of the car matters on what purpose you had before you had bought the car. If the car is for making money, it really doesn't matter. Thank you, Access News. Then Original Gospel says, Arthur, tell me about Pax, one who joined this channel with 10k gate. Ngenda babulira mpe mukatayi mukatano ekyo ngenda kyebanyonyola. Martha watyanyo Martha atyanyo maani pasoned kawewuka nnyo kajja batta. The parcel is for I especially for people that live a distance from town like me. I don't recommend a parcel for someone that drives long distances. Kamotoka katono nnyo. Katono. Other accidents are not done by only careless drivers. Martha, from experience, you can actually avoid accidents. You can avoid accidents. That's what I think. And I may have found it to be true. You can avoid accidents. That's in my experience. Until I remember in 2012, I said, I will never knock again. And I've never knocked again. I've never. 2012, this is 2023. Sit down. I realized that you can avoid accident. I drove, I was going to Mbarara with my team. We were going to perform. I can't. That time, Nesho's answer. Ntademu million satu. I don't remember your password. You write it and I see it. Nti that time moroka bus ya Globo nita kusaidia mira nali mvuga ka Vits. But I've put this password and it refused to work.
You don't put it.
I remember Globo yali agenda kututa. I was in the car with my production manager. I had one of my sisters and two of my sisters-in-law. Globo yali agenda kutumalawo. So from that time I don't like driving at night. Njagala nnyo okutambula emisana. And ntambula ekiro only if I cannot really avoid it, and that's rare, very rare. So I find that you can avoid. Yeah, so what's your thought, guys? For those that have not yet contributed, what's your thought on whether someone's family should influence the kind of car that they drive? Do you think that if I have 7 kids as a must, then I should go buy Chigege? Oba nze ngule byange abana nabo balikola ebyabwe bo balinye taxi nze mvuge kapaso kange nga sina buzibu abagala ogenda nange anywhere bagule balinye taxi banansangayo. I find that anybody that has a big family should instead of buying one big car, buy 2 small cars. Scene 3, but please, this thing should not go out. Hold it. Hold it.
Yeah, but you shouldn't tell me that. That one I know.
I know this. I need to tell everyone.
Tell it to Tony on the phone.
Because comment you can know James, but this is about James. Where is your comment? James. Where is the comment? James. Commenting ngasi nagira comment. James. James, your comment I've not yet seen it. I'm going to see it probably later. Fisher is saying, good morning, Arthur. A friend of mine said it's better to buy Epsom of 1.8cc than buy Vista. Because VVTI can't be overhauled. Derek, oyo tamanyi bya yogerako. Oyo muveeko naawe. Oyo muveeko bali abantu bedda. Derek, that friend of yours is one of those people from a long time ago.
That's Uganda.
He's one of those people from a long time ago.
Okay.
He's one of those people from a long time ago. I remember when I was going to buy my Vits, before I bought my Vits, there is a mechanic there. Nalimbera kasangati.
See ya.
Hey. To win. Okay. I remember that mechanic told me, Arthur, togule motoka is amasanyalaze simanyambi. But whoever told you that motoka is amasanyalaze? And Derek, that person who is telling you to buy Ipsam instead of Vista a deal. The reason he should be giving is not because engines can't be overhauled. Alinga agamba nti gogula motoka kujitta engine mbo ate bagisibe. Bwoba ogenda kugula motoka Derek, make sure that's why I give you guys pre-purchase inspection services. Nti ompaye emitwalo 4 nenkuyambako okulaba emmoroka ennungi nti olemegula moroka ate ng'ogenda gisiba engine. Why would you buy a car that you're going to overhaul the engine in like 6 months or 1 year? I don't know if the only reason you should buy a car where you're going to overhaul the engine in a short time is if you know and you have included it in your math. But overhauling engines is actually not a thing anymore. You just go and buy a new engine or you take a moroka with your gali. Also, the Vista Adeo, the new engine will cost you probably 2 or 2.5 or 3 million depending on where. But that will be a new engine. And also, Ipsum, the only reason you should be buying Ipsum because of a budget or what you want to use the car for. For example, Ipsum is a minivan. It takes about 7 passengers. The Vista doesn't. That's the only reason they should be giving you to not buy Ipsum. Vista is Ipsum. The Vista is almost the same as the Primo new model. Those cars share the engine. So kakati sebo obatovuga Primo new model naye nga buli kimu ekiba mu moroka yo kiba kya Primo new model. Well, good people, don't be influenced by anyone when you are buying a car. Just buy a car that you can afford, period. Thank you, Edward. That's my point. Buy 2 parcels. Exactly. Like someone told me, don't buy a grand, it has no resale value. It's a car of Bazay. Ipsum, the only reason you should buy Ipsum instead of Vista Adeo is because the Ipsum carries more passengers and also because you don't have the budget for Vista Adeo. You think it's by mistake that Vista Adeo is more expensive than the Ipsum. It's not. The Vista is a Atera, government Vista, the Vivita engines can't be overhauled. There are Vista Adeos that have the same engine as the Ipsum. Yes, it is. But those ones, me, I don't recommend anyone to buy that one. Of course, that engine can be overhauled. Balancing so there is a Vista Adeo that has a 3S engine. It can be overhauled, but that one I don't recommend you buy it. If you're going to be buying a Vista Adeo, buy one that has a VVTi engine. So if you have a big family, buy 2 cars or take away waka if you can afford. For me right now, the past 2 weeks when I've been very busy, we have been struggling with my wife. I have to take them to town, yet I'm shooting. I'm doing the work that I was doing not in town. So I'd have to drive 35 kilometers to town and back 35 kilometers every day. And then I'd have to actually pick them up in the evening as well. So it was a struggle. So I don't even have a big family, and yet I think I know I need a second car. I know I need a second car. Morning Arthur, it's been a while. How far with the podcast? I'm working on it. Mavoga just in Baden Charlie busy. But it should be, we should start the podcast quite soon. Just to be bad in touch. Even the live broadcasting, but this is regular. Very soon the podcast will be starting. I'm going to share a link of the form on this channel so that you fill in the link and tell me the topics you would want to have. And by the way, the topic should not only revolve just about cars and all that, because I realize that for someone to have a car and have peace with it, there are so many aspects of your life that should be in order, and those are topics that we will be talking about on the podcast. So in the form that I'll share soon, you'll be telling me about the things you want to share, the people you'd want me to host and all that, and if you want to be hosted, why should I host you, and what do you want to talk about. Please note that the podcast will not be for marketing. You will not be marketing your businesses. You'll be sharing your information. You'll be sharing your knowledge with other people, so that that will be what the podcast will be about. Yeah. James, I cannot see your comment. Kindly repost it. So we are having this discussion of whether size of your family should at any moment influence the car you buy. Should the size of your family influence the car you buy at any moment oba nsitikire muli ebinnyo kano nno naye kana akantu kawangadde kano this phone holder has kuwangaala ddi kawangadde nuweeyo mugiraba nuweeyo mpulira njagala gigula njivugemu. I may buy one very soon as a second car. Mpulira mbadde neegomba nnyo emmotoka but and then I wanted to buy that Wish but then I the math era nga bwetugaa bwoba ogula emmotoka okola math, the math is like this. Wish ya 2.0 Wish bagisera okusinga nuwa eyo. If you did not know, Wish bagisera okusinga eyo nuwa gyembalaze. Ate nze ndi mu math nnyo. Ate eyo nuwa ya 0.0 ate nayo VVTI. Kakati omuntu yenna alina amanyi math alagawa bwe man saving a million nga 5 angenda okugula nuwa eyo nga ngenda nekinuwa kyange nga neeyagala. So thanks, Arthur. Have you heard of the aftermarket ECUs where they remove the stock computer of the car and put a tuned one, but it gives the car more power and more kilometers per hour? I've heard of those things, but majority of the time it doesn't actually give you more fuel efficiency. It just gives you more power. Which again, and for the guys that say it gives you more fuel efficiency, I doubt, because majority of Ugandans, sit Ugandan down. Olaba emmotoka zino nga bwe ziri mu line osobola okutambula ng'obabuuza buli omu liita y'amafuta etambula kilomita mmeka mu mmotoka yo nga teri amanyi nga Arthur eka yamanyi. Most people bamanyi nti omutwalo guntwala wano ne gunkomyawo. That's what most people know. They don't know how many kilometers a litre in their car takes them. Okitegeera. Arthur, for us who go to church, it really embraces to leave a member at home and overloading the car because the space in the car is not enough. Family size should be really considered. Yes, exactly. Church, the original gospel church is saying that family size should be considered, especially for the people that go to church. But you man or you woman, temuleka muntu waka kubafumbira lanchi, because I understand that even in church going families, there's always someone that will stay home to cook for the people that have gone to church. Checho. Zindabanga checho. Arthur, if you're buying a new, buy one of 2008 and above or silky, because all new was in Buzili Navies. Derek, I think all cars actually have problems. The 2004, I think I'm going to buy 2004, 2005. 2008 will be out of my budget in the son on a cent. But in a Jamanche agenda Kora, because actually I'm not buying it to drive or go up country to do very hard work. No. I'm going to go help someone buy a car today. But hopefully wanaja. So I want to really do that. He's a client of mine. So I did not ask him to deposit. Bulungi mwasize mutya. Kale baba je baleko nyabo check my comment son banange badisira bikanzire ndino morning sebo mpayo buno bundazi walukuni nesumbusa kanonye Salmin, why do people put tabo on their car? I always see Vavubuka buying those tabos in Chiseka, but I have no. So engine is in what was it right? There is a naturally aspirated engine, and a naturally aspirated engine yenonge yange okitegeera yenonge yange baba olina amazzi amanene ag'abantu ba wansi gammeka gampe. So a naturally aspirated engine yeno etalina tabo what the turbo does, Salmin, is it adds ejongeramu kumanyi. That's something I have to find a way of explaining how the turbo actually adds power. Ejongeramu kumanyi nti moroka bwogirinya ngoyagala epasuke epasuka psu. So that's the reason why people actually put turbos on their car. I personally find that the turbo is useless because amanya ago gunagonago moroka ogenda gakozesa. Olabe ni moroka yange teyina turbo. Na ye sijivuga ngako kumalayo maanyi gayo. I find that kati ya turbo aganyogoga. I find that turbo begenda kunzita busi. Ola sora ze moroka eze za maanyi ezo Subaru newe teyina turbo nze bijja kunzita sora kuvuga moro performance cars because nza speed nina nina idale mwenda mu garage nga bagenda kukanike moroka mamunyweze na nyini moroka enadduka kitegeera. So I find that turbos are useless. Wadde abaana bazisaako naye ndowooza oba bazisaako mbutamanya abatamanyi talina wagenda kuddukira. Kati Kampala wano on our roads, where are you going to use the turbo, the kind of performance that the turbo gives you? Ogenda gikozesaawo. Banaye comment zange era sikomyewo kasomeko zensonga nga tezinnagira. I think it's upon the personal desire. If you dream of a sport car, then you end up with a lower cause of family, and you want to perform sport car things, then you end up a mechanic customer. NA us not turbo or supercharger. Good morning, JK. Nkomyewo nange. NA has no turbo. Ani JK sikutegedde baba. So JK, we engineer. Turbo gezaako gitunyo naye toyogera luzungu lungi. Tunyonyole mu luzungu lw'omu na Uganda. Mujjeko omanyi okuleeta wano oluzungu. Olinga ayagala okutuvuluga obuvuluzi. Tunyonyole mu luzungu lw'omuntu wa wansi. Turbo zikola zitya JK? Naturally aspirated kwegamba zisa normally ng'omuntu wa bulijjo. Turbo eyongera performance. Can you share your contacts? I really need your services. King Job, I can't share my contact here. Now, yeah, you go to the description of this channel. My contact is there. The description of this channel. Yeah. Kanonye dictionary jeke kaze omanye ebyoyo bya dictionary. Kugambye. Naye agenda gonza mu olwaleero. Ajja gonza. Anyway, family size. Lewis agambe, you don't buy a new one and then you want performance. Nze kyemmanyi kiri kimu. Uganda wano performance vehicle tolina ogenda gikozesa. That's one thing I've learned, because trust me, gwe bannayuganda bameka b'omanyi nga yali avuze vitizi n'agimalayo. Va kubana abantu abalinyire mmoroka mu kifo n'agirinyira mu kifo n'agiresingira mu kifo n'ajabya engine. But I mean on the road. For the guys that drive cars every day, have you ever driven your car and used all the power? Gonoli moroka n'ogituuse no mu 8 mu kalimi eno wali ready wano mu karev mutakometa. Have you ever? So I find that for the guys that look at buying performance cars, we are misguided. I find that in Uganda there is nowhere you're going to use your performance. Which tegeera. Amina Kim Job. A turbo uses the exhaust gas from the car to spin blades in a turbo, which in turn draws in more air into the engine. Okitegedde? Kati omukko omubi. JK. So what you're saying is that the turbo, when the engine puts out air, the turbo can recycle that exhaust air and put it back into the engine and it will give the car more power. Nozo kitegedde Salmin, ekyo kiwedde. But I find that cars that have turbos also have a lot of problems. The more moving parts your car has, the more problems you're going to get. And that's why probably V6 and V8 cars have a lot of troubles. It's 2-cylinder heads and probably double even all the calipers. Not calipers. Double all the BCPs. Double ananga oluzungu mbivuddeko. Then Jake is saying a supercharger does basically the same, but its blades are instead rotated by the engine. That's why a supercharger has no lag like a turbo. But Jake, I've read that the modern turbos don't have lag anymore. That the lag used to be in the old turbos. The turbos in empyambu ECU. I don't know how true that is. How true is that the cars that have turbos these days don't have the lag that the turbos used to have. Nze sagala ko segomba kuvuga motoka turbo sagala kufanga nkyali muto. Olaba ino gye ntyo okunzita. Manyi okugidduka nange ne mputanga. Kati olwe nkwata ku kisubaru kya turbo. Jakelera gonzeza mtetutaze kufuna dictionary. But anyway guys, the discussion is, should your family size influence which car you buy? Oba nedda. Should the family you have oyina bana musanvu katika ngule super custom oba kigege oba kangule drone oba ne boba n'abaana munana oli wadde mbogula ka Corolla ko nga Arthur. You can share your views. I had that mechanics buy a good looking car for the wife and use worn out cars for work because customers will think that they are expensive if they drive a nice car. Well, most mechanics can't afford a nice car. But most mechanics can't afford a nice car. God knows most mechanics can't even afford a car. Most mechanics can't even afford a car. Let me tell you. Majority of the time, if you find a mechanic that is driving a good car, it belongs to a customer. Or probably they made sure a customer cannot afford to take it out of the garage and they keep driving it. Most mechanics can't afford to buy a nice car. Most mechanics only confiscate cars from customers. You know how you have a car and then maintenance is very expensive and then you tell the mechanic in Fundaji Gula and then the mechanic makes you believe that nobody wants to buy your car and then they pretend someone has actually done you a favor by wanting to buy your car and in the end you realize it's the mechanic that actually buys the car. That's how mechanics get cars. They buy cars, most of them. Not true, the lag is greatly reduced to a level where it's almost not felt, but the working mechanism cannot completely eliminate the lag. Oh, okay. My friend, Aina Subaru Eyatabo with 2000cc, Yat-SM aftermarket ECU, kati alina more horsepower and 15 kilometers per liter. But I don't know how true this is because the new ECU skips those sensors that lead to high fuel consumption. That person has to actually prove that they use 15 kilometers. They use the liter for 15 kilometers. That's something that person has to tell you. Neba nange mwe bantu mwe moroka business kako mudde ku bwongo. Emoroka ikusikirako makati ge kubo. Togireka makati ga niba muyigira we motoka. Emoroka olaba wano wendi. Emoroka yange bwefiira wano. Nsobolo gize mabega nenjize bali. That should be things driving schools teach you people. Niba bantu bayigirawa. And remember Innocent told you guys tokula moroka jota sobola. Ekikuza ipsam nga togisobola kiki. Otandika okunywa omutwalo gwa mafuta. Oletera abantu bizibu. Tukugiddeko emabega tumanye otambula kumbe moroka esise. So I don't know. That's something that I would have to explore. Probably you can share contact your name hosting, and then because I realize that Subaru guys are really passionate, I would love to host them. Bambuli the Subaru wawe kubira Corolla ya. Bakora yangenga ino muside nga yatandise bweti. Ojinonyanga tojidaba. Olaba wavuga mugongo gwambo ayiyambo tedduse wowe and they call it motoka y'ababbi. gwe maka tujiriki baba wow eri mugongo gwambwa. Several tables of different sizes are used to help with the lag. Oh. Me performance vehicles, I find that kati wano mujamu etuli performance vehicle ngojeko kunywa mafuta ogenda kukola ki? Good morning Bashir. So, should the family size influence the car you buy? Tinyina abana babiri kangule paso. I think my thought, Jeke tompadde kyolowooza. Of course Jeke kati tanafuna family. Jeke ache yagala na mukyala we kati mwenewe mugula ka Porsche nga ka mite ebiri mwe musigala mwe yagala. Temuli nga fika kati I cannot buy a 2-seater. Ujanga moroka ya akuna waka. Nganjivuga ne yagala ngenda ku racinga muko. So, should the family size influence the kind of car you buy or not, and why? Should the family size influence the car you buy, and why or not? Yeah, the people that have 6 kids, should they buy chigege? Because bobo ina abana mukaga or ina madamu or ina ne maid. Kata abantu munana mu super custom bakwata overloading. Kitegezo bobo ina gula chigege oba drone. Nemu ipsam tebajamu nemu wish tebajamu nemu nuwa tebajamu oba okola overloading. Jeke waka undo yiyo. Yiyo. Morokezo zili comfortable bannange. Naye nze sijja jigula. Sijja jigula. Sijisobola. I think that the correct statement for me to say is not sijja jigula. I should be saying sijisobola. I should be saying sijisobola. Nve mbyoggamba sijja jigula. Bwe masobodde jigula. Eyinza okunta mu lw'amafuta. Because if waffe mu estate teri avuga kawundo. Actually teri avuga moroka esika sisi 12,000. N'aba sisi 12,000. Bazirekawo wakane balinnya taxi. Waffe tebasinikirayo mannyo. Olina okuba ng'omanyi mathematics. Yeah. So, should the family size influence the car you buy? I personally think that it's two-way. I find that on the one hand, the size of your family should influence the car you buy. Why? Nti toyinza kubanga oyina abaana ate notandika okulowoleza mu bumoroka obutono ennyo oba notandika okulowoleza mu 2-seater, because at least one time in your lifetime, at least one time every month, you may need, one time every 6 months, you may need to move with your entire family. So you need to be very careful what car you buy. Nti omuntu alina family, you should not be buying cars that are unreliable, because as a person that has a family, one time at night you'll have an emergency and you'll need to drive to the hospital. So you don't want to buy a car that is going to break down. You want to start the car and it refuses. So you want to buy a car that is reliable. You also want to buy a car that doesn't consume a lot of fuel. Why? As a family person, you have expenses that go beyond the car. So kitegeeza togenda gula moroka enywa nnyo, okitegeera togenda gula moroka enywa nnyo because kijja kulya. Some people like my father, they need a coaster. Neka kigege tekamala. Ndozo kiraba. Kati I think your dad yabivaako. Kirabika kataona abaana abamu tabajjukira. Kuba baba yeetaaga coaster abaana babameka 3 mu 5. Ye gwe. Muzeyi wonga yazaala. If any 5-seater isn't enough for your family in this age, muganda wange oli muzira. Nze ekyo tuvula banze ntya abantu omuntu nga kakorola kange tekamala. Oba musajja ngwanguli. Arthur, you always warn people not to buy 1000cc Paso. Someone bought it, but when we went in the village, you could not go uphill. He used to reverse. Hey, the 1000cc Paso is not really. The Japanese, they created those cars probably for students to drive around campus. And you want to buy it, and take it to Kabari. Mwagala kunyigira ba broker yantomeza. If you're buying a Paso, buy 1.3cc. But also I'm imagining, Adrian, that Enzo buy a Paso ngandwa demo. If you have an extended family, buy a family car. Lemekuleta abantu koli mambo yeraga tayagala kututwalako bantu. And which family vehicles do you recommend? So I find that you should not buy a car influenced by extended family. If my extended family want to ride in a car, they should buy a car. I can tell you, when I didn't moroka yangedda more than 10 years ago, bagamba umwana nga papiride moroka senetors zono ne mu motoka ndoza bonga basevinga paka kati tebalina motoka nze nina okitegeera abamu ku bodde balina assets ze nyina nga ati nagula de motoka okitegeera. So me, if an extended family member wants to ride in a car, they should buy a car. Sagara kajanje moroka yange ate sitwalako besanga era bwe njira n'enyambusa endabirwamu nenteekamu ne music nenteekako ne AC ndabirwamu zange ziri tinted okujjako eno ya driver gye najjako nengena namuzzaako neefula atakulabye saagala kajanja. Can someone who earns 600,000 monthly salary manage a car? Really? And what car can they manage? What do you advise them? Wait. Gospel church. The real question should be, can someone with a family survive on 600,000 shillings a month? That's something I have. How? Ngo ina family. Ngo kwa emitwalo nkaga, can you really survive a month? Ngatobye. Yeah. Gwe. Can a person with a family survive with 600,000 a month? Whoa. Ngatoinda bidala byokola. Wait. I remember in 2018, I had a business and I employed my sister. Ngamwe mitwala asatu mu etaano. Nagenda gye bamuwe mitwala ataano after some time. Naye nayo naavaayo nga tezimumala. Okitegeera? I find that if I were to employ someone ngamuwe mitwalo nkaaga alina okubanga ekwanga akolayo ekinene ennyo ennaku bbiri. Ziri ennaku endala n'agenda n'akola ewalala. Okitegeera? For someone to be earning 600,000, they have to have a minimum of 2 jobs. I don't know if I make sense. I find that if they have a family though, okitegeera olaba omuntu ne bwaba talina family, 600k is still little money. But omuntu atalina family, they can survive. Asasula rent wa 15 nasika 15 nasigaza abo abasigaza mmeka ana mu 5. But you man or you woman, I don't know. 600,000 jeko oli mutuufu. 600,000 we muntu oyo asigale mu taxi aleme kunyigira nsi. Jeko oli mutuufu. 600,000 for a person with a family. Man, you know, one of the reasons why I've not yet even put people on payroll at my company is because 600,000 is little money to give someone or abeera nga akola ebintu binabiwa a lot of attention. Okitegeera? Omuntu w'emitwalo enkaaga okujja kuinayo job endala. Moroka jireke. A person that earns 600,000 can probably buy a motorcycle. Atenga nayo bw'ogigula okole ku board olwekku. Okitegeera? Omuntu afuna emitwalo enkaaga agule pikipiki bajaji okusoba TVS star ate TV sayinza oba ya beeyi gula bajaji ate bajaji gula eri enkadde bangambe bajaji new model za beeyi okkanika ate ogula bajaji ate nga olweggulo olunyuka okolayo obugayo bulutu bwa boda n'ofuka sente. That's something. Alosias don't retract comments. Yogeranga bwe bidi. Derek Fisher, you're right. Bobanga emitwalo nkaga gy'ofisanga omaze renti, kulya, kwejjanjaba, kwambala, airtime, data. If you keep 600k, maybe then you can survive with a person. And then if you have that person, then you should do a part-time. So that you bring some komoka money, because man, I thought agambye 600 million. Agambye 600k. Agambye 600 million. 600k. Omuntu ebitwale enkage emotoka gireke gula bajaji box atenga nayo ovuga boda kumachawo no oba tonnatuuka bw'oba ove waka get a passenger amafuta okube wendobo. When you're coming back, do some rounds okole bulutwa oba boda. Wesange ng'onako osobola okukola emitwalo ebiri ku piki yo n'ogatta ku mitwalo enkaaga giri gy'ofuna omwezi. Jeke, I'm off-roading here in Kamocha. I'm off-roading. Kati wano nebinnya ebiri wano e Kamocha. Weetaaga motoka ya 4-wheel oba all-wheel drive oba Corolla. So, should the family size influence the car you buy? Na bwensaze kajjamu aka Old Kira Road oba ye New Kira Road oba ye 9 ngudo ze Kampala ngwakongwe. Byajja kujja yagala okuncollectinga nga nange byenjogedese. Olaba n'ebizimbe byo Kampala ngojjeko Workers House ne Cham Towers ne Bank of Uganda. Bwe nawe yingire kubo mwayigirawo emmoroka mulabe. Mutumalira obudde. Umuntu okuyingira kubo ne kikutwalira eddakiika 10 ng'okola kidakiika 5 seconds asatu yingira. Bwe Uganda oliyingira na bidi, otherwise people never allow you to enter. It depends on your monthly expenses like transport, rent, food, medication. Some people are medically insured, given some few allowances, and they afford to save some money. Bro, Benedicto, a person that gets 600,000 cannot be getting many allowances. Watch again. Mitwalo nkago jimanyi. Mitwalo nkaga bali badde bakwane moroka yoku mulimu nga namafuta bagagula. Ngatote kamu transport. I'm telling you. My lord. I wonder. 600k. It's for one person nga muntu aliyo nga tainayo ki nga ate n'abeeka tebamukubira musaba kanga ne namba gyalina tebagimanyi. Kati nti kanyumidde entitled extended family. Me I don't deal with entitled people. If you want to move in a car, buy a car. Iranga wechiri, if you want to live in a house that belongs to you, build one. Don't want to live in a house that belongs to you, and then you want to live in a house that belongs to other like it belongs to you. Mujira bye markex. Kati no zombie eyo markex ne eri markex. Oziraba? Those two are markexes. But this markex is a markex. The other one obachi. Kati, the other markex consumes more fuel than this one. Tegerekese. Eno markex erabikeringa 2012, 2010. It consumes less fuel than the other one. So if you wanted to buy a markex, it's even much more comfortable. But also it doesn't look like a markex. So what's the point of buying a markex that doesn't look like a markex that looks like a Primo? Which again. Senyonga, a quick one. Do you second me buying a manual Caldin at 8 million? Paul, a manual Caldin at 8 million. Is it a UBC? UBD? 8 million? Tebakuba baba. Gogenda jikuzani ngojikoye. And I know you will say sikuda ya kutunda and all that. Trust me. But if you're still a young person, I know you're going to sell that car at a certain point. So my advice is, if you're a young person in your 30s, sometimes even your 40s, if you're a young person in your 30s, you will want to sell a car at one time. So people want to buy my Corolla, for example, and it's manual, and I'm not selling. Brokers want to give me 8 to 9 million. I'm not selling. Era nabagabo we yagala okugula Corolla yange mbwa manual wayo boy na million 15 ate yogera nange bulungi nkwata bulungi ngaye muzei atha badde nsaba nkwe buno obusente bwange onguze motoka yo prestigious car nkwata bulungi okitegeera kati watuza kwematira boto ngogenda kalipino ogenda jikuzani ngojikula million 8 ngojja jitunda nnya. And it's a fact, you guys. It's a fact. Kaldina ya money tojugula million 8 okujjako nga mpya nnyo manyi waliwo ekintu kyosanga nga ne bwe kiba resale value yakyo si nnungi nga kipya nnyo ng'amazima sente zikola ki zikigwana. But other than that, Kaldina ya money jesonyiwe. There are guys that were asking me which road this is. This is Acacia Avenue. Yeah, this is Acacia Avenue. Now, JK, don't come telling me they pronounce it Acacia. Yeah, you say Acacia. Yeah. Even my wife, amanyo kuntereza ebintu bobo ogera oluzungu lwoli okweraga sure. The word is sure, but you're saying sure. Sure. Muzeyi abadde kyono. Subaru Outback mugirabye ekola patrol. Subaru Outback ye ekola patrol, but that's like I think in 2015. I think it's even newer than 2015. Because kati abaana bavuga 2010 tezifaanana bwezi tyo. Good morning, Hami Black Sebyala. I like Manyoka naye wentuuka nga nze gwe batwala mu ddwaliro and no one can drive it. That's the trouble. Naye nze mukyala wange tesobola mulemera wadde tannatuuka wenjagala avuge ku kkubo. Naye wabaawo emergency tayinza ali mwagivuga. Ayinza okutomeraako naye atuuka. atuuka. So I was saying that a family size should influence the choice of your car in two ways. One, you don't want to buy a car ngatemala over and to go in case you want to go with them somewhere. Like if I wanted to go with my entire family, I have 2 kids and a wife and our house manager. We can comfortably go in our car without trouble. Nebo yali badde paso, we would actually go very well. So, but this also goes back to how you plan your family. Wazaranga gwe batuma nti you have a target oba wazara bosobola. Okitegeera. Because now if the size of your family has to influence you to buy a chigege, then it's possible that you are not looking for a family. You are trying to break records. Like JK has said, a person that has a family that cannot fit in the 5-seater, wamusajja mwanguli. Kanyizo ba ayagala kumenya record. Bakwogerenga konti sajja oli yazaala. Ku mulembe guno, if you're in your 30s and you're going to have more than the prescribed number, and by prescribed I mean the number that we have proved that can be managed. So, but I also find that even when you have a lot of people at your home, that they should not influence the kind of car you buy. Why? It's like Innocent said, how many times do you travel with everyone at home? Katenze nganzi abantu bangenvayo nabewaka because tulekayo abagenyi ne house manager. But my wife has to work, my kids have to go to school. So tuvayo fene waka. But we fit perfect in my 5-seater. Actually omuto gwange ogw'omumaaso for the guys that have sat in my car. Wano maaso wano wajjuddewo mpapula because tebatula nawo batula mabega bonna. The only time I clear my front seat is, for example, like today, how I'm going to help someone buy a car today. So I clear the seat. But if on normal days where I'm only taking my wife to work and my kids to school, the seat yesterday I was in the field, so papers, files are all here. So when I get to office, I'm going to clear this the front seat for the people to sit here, which take care. But ideally, how many times for the people that have a lot of people, how many times do you travel with your entire family? Whatever you church, not a good thing. Katonda Yesu bwe yali agamba mbaleke bajjeje nti yagamba mbajjeje ndi yagamba mbaleke kitegeza abaagala okitegeera. So you don't force people to go to church, you make it attractive. House manager tewe kene kigambo kizibu kyetaaga kusoma nga wendi solo. House manager, we have to let these people tubaweemu dignity. I totally understand no one wants wants to come in another person's home and wash clothes and iron and wash utensils. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. But I also realize that it's something that we cannot do without. Because ababana bajja makaga for kutuyambako bajja because ewaabwe embeera si nnungi. Okitegeera. So they come to make some money bagezeko okulongosa their lives and the lives of their family. Because all the people that have come to my home to work for me, sente bwoba omuwa emitwalo 10 esatu ku etaano giba gya maama we, kitegeeza ewaka embeera si ki, embeera si nnungi. But I think we should stop calling them maids and okay, shamba boys, that's no other thing. But we should stop calling them names that kind of demean them, because majority of the people, even nabatali ba house manager, n'abamu kumwe abakola mu office, you did not choose those jobs. Mbeera ya kusindika yo wesanga nga you have to be in that position. But your position, you don't have a title that demeans you. So house manager seems because besides the biggest reason why we have that we normally have a girl at our home is to leave someone at home. The rest of the things can be done by machines, a washing machine, a dishwasher. We have a gas cooker so we can cook, we can buy food on the way. I realize that we need someone to stay home. Because Uganda is not as safe as we think it is. So that's the biggest reason why we have someone. So in actual sense, this person is a house manager. In Uganda, JK in Uganda, what we call a family car is a car that takes everyone at home. Like super customer Uganda jebaita family car. Vans, minivans is what people refer to as family cars. Vans and minivans is what Ugandans refer to when they call family car. Ezo hari ya kaundo si family car. At Spatio, 8-seater is a family car. Wish is a family car. Super Custom is a family car. Mostly when people say family car, they mean vans and minivans. About SUVs that take 7 people and above. Even if it can be a family car, but in Uganda, if it is not a family car, even my Corolla is not a family car. Our family cars in Uganda are vans and minivans. Now, yeah, all family cars durable for both town and adventures. Yeah, I think most of the family cars are durable if you buy the right ones. Like I said, there is a video I did, I put it on TikTok, I think. Vans to avoid and minivans. I was talking about the Nissan Serena, I was talking about the Voxy, I was talking about the El Grand, I was talking about the Super Custom, I was talking about the Mazda Biante, I forgot to talk about the Regias. There are some vans that are not durable, but there are also vans that are reliable, like the Noah, like the Alphard. There's a Morocazona Ipsam, the Wish, the ISIS, of course the Katine Espacio Nayo, Nayo Kati family car because it's an 8-seater, 7-seater, I mean. We a washing machine Arthur. Yeah. Washing machine weary. But the biggest reason for us to have a house manager is to have someone at home. You guys, I don't know if you've experienced this, especially the guys that have big houses. A house that has, for us, omwaro ya agenda, nitwidange waka waliwe chibulawo. And it's even worse if you have the house manager that is a nice person. Feel like the girl that we have in our home, she's warm, you go back home and she smiles and she talks to you and you feel like you're home. I know mwaro yali mutoro. Banango olio mwara batoto abantu bagamba baba gento. Yeah. When she went, we did not miss her. Hey, ngewa calling her say robot. But this girl, she's a mudama. She's a mudama. But I can tell you that you go home and you feel like you have gone home. You go home and you feel the times that she has gone, I'm angry that she has gone. Not that she has gone, but I'm angry that I'm going to miss that she's home. The same thing with my wife, the same thing with our kids. We all miss her because there is a warmness she gives our home. But generally, a home that has a lot of people is different. And I think that's why it's simple. They make the home warm. They make the home warm. Never better no muntu extra. Never banga siwa family. The home is warmer. So I think that's probably for me. That's the only reason why I have another person at home. Which take it. I like advice about and people should be told to live within their means. But what should be the least monthly net pay for one to dream of their first car? Thanks. Banange, there is a question that has come there. Omuntu aberina sente meka nga okulowoza kugula emmotoka. What do you guys think? How much should someone be earning net after taxes? How much should someone be earning a month for them to start thinking about what car to buy? Start thinking of buying a car. What should that be? How is Ipsum Super in a budget of 7 to 8? What are the options? Yeah, you can get Ipsum 7 to 8 million. That one guaranteed you will get. And it will be good, it will be movable. I think Ipsum is one of those budget cars currently. Ipsum is a budget car currently. Yemoro actually genda bayisinga okuba yaraisi nga tetijja kutawanya. Ipsum chimi tize zolowooza. Yemoro kendala zonna ezisinga onozigula mu layisi 7-8 million ziyinza okutawanya ne weta motoka. But that might not happen with Ipsum. And nayiga emotoka nemala. Sere yimungera nenvuga emotoka nengamba naye. Bufu twali tuyiga emotoka abalala baali luddawa. Nenga nabo baaliyo. Baaliyo. Olumwenza ng'omuntu wano ng'apaakinze mu parking yaffe. Ng'apaakinze bwine ngamba. Bano abantu bwe twali tusoma emotoka. Baali luddawa. Tokwana house manager ndaba omuwana nnyo. No, JK, I can't. Sisobola. But what I'm saying is, I think this is something that people should be able to express naturally, without actually having ulterior motives. You can like someone genuinely without actually having sexual feelings for them. Oli omwana muto naawe. And besides that, omuntu abantu abakwana ba house manager baba tebalina access ndowooza kwa kazi banange nyina access. Nyina access atufe industry yaffe mugimanyi, entertainment industry nzibu nnyo to the extent nti mu industry yaffe. I have a friend of mine, I think about 28 years. Tata wamubuuza talina mwana, tata wamubuuza obeera wotya nga tonnazaala nga oli mu industry eyo, okitegeera. So but our house manager is very warm. Odde waka n'owulira ngozi ewaka, and the feeling is mutual. Even my wife feels the same way about her. So we really like her. 3M and above, in my opinion. Kwa jeki tujje kwa nawo olujanjalo nti omuntu ngata nagula moroka for $1,300,000. Do you know how many people, jeki, some people don't even make 1 million nenga bayina kawundo. Hey, jeki, you're joking with Ugandans. Bogama nti no muntu amayikwata $1,300,000 okugula emmotoka, emmotoka zonna zonna tujja zijja ku kkubo. Omusajja ava kuparkinga wana Alteza naye aleka naye akolanga $900,000. Jeki, most people that work in banks bakola $1,200,000, $1,200,000. Bayina wishi nga mpya from the bond. Oba sente bazijjawa. Okitegeera. Asenyonga ayinza bakyayogedde kye kituufu million net pay. Oba wepanse. Million kyandiba ekituufu. There are people who earn 4 million after tax, but expenditure is above 3 million. I think it's about being very financial. 600K without rent and being alone is okay. Yes. 3 million sebo. Not all people have privileges in this country, but 1 million after expenses is fine. Yeah, Derek. 1 million is jake million is satu. Hey. Abana bavuga emmoroka ng'akola emitwalo 8 naye ng'avuga ng'amafuta lwe gabuze n'alinnya taxi muka n'agirekayo. Okitegeera. Nyina comment gye saasomye wano ng'Oluganda luyitiridde. House manager tewakenkuka mu mmotoka mokka but n'akazungu. Morning bro, between IST new model and Alex, which one is better? Budget of 25. If you can get the IST new model and you really like it, buy it. I personally think the Alex is better. It will give you more space. The IST, I think I just don't like that's the IST. It's funny. It's just funny. It's just funny. Car is a family property, so whatever vehicle you are buying, the size your family should be, and therefore forefront. Thanks. Kale, Mr. Phone Solution in Sanji. Aben Sanji lo zamula beje mwino geno gula amasi. Hata hizo gamba ya Sanji Phone Solution is nenga ate business here mu kibuga wakati. Mr. Pliakata. Piakala. Good morning. Yeah. So I have to go. My time is up. But I think we have had a good discussion. Personally, I think family size influencing the car you drive should depend on who you are, how much you earn, and how important your family is, and how often you move with them. Boba family yo tambula nayo buli kisera katinganze, definitely, because Monday to Friday I have to take my kids to school. Which take it. Then my wife has to go to work. So definitely I need a car that can take all of us. Which like kati bobo ina abana anga kumi vehicle because ujja kwesanga oguze Costa. So in that circumstances, then you need to understand that the family size should not influence the car you buy. Amayo is saying minimum 1 million. Money from small gigs you get from time to time can keep you alive as you supplement your 1 million. Definitely. Can I get a nice wish for 15 million? You'd be serious? No, you can't. Wish you be serious atandikira million ya 2 ennungi. Oyinza jifuna 18 naye ate jaba mpomu na million ya 2 you be serious kwambuka waggulu. Molo kazali nyamu. Okitegeera. Yeah. I think it's time for me to say bye-bye. Let me just go through the name. Princess Akia, Maximian, Salmina, Director Martha Academy, Bukenya Abi, TMTGFG, Moroka, Innocent, Access News, Mr. Cafero, Shamiri, Businje Mark, Remy Lewis, UG, Ben Kako, Asimwe Johnny, Ajuka Blair, The Original Gospel Church, Epenu Andrew, Benjamin B, Sebuma Adam, Komunjara James, Bana James comment yo yambuze, Kagezi Edward, Mavo Gadget Center, Derek Fisher, JK as always, Musime Kim Job, Bashir Mukalazi, Edrin Mugerwa, Omolimo Andrew, Senyonga Paul, Hami Black Seviala, Nsanje Phone Solution, Kakonge Eugene, no, Mr. Pliakla, Amayo Filiam. Yeah. And thank you very much, guys. Namabari Mukamori, I don't take it for granted. Don't forget, how I keep this channel going is by earning some small money from you guys, definitely. I offer pre-purchase inspection services. If you're going to buy a car, to make sure you avoid the mistakes that most people do, is you come and pay me some small money, 400,000 only. I come with a mechanic and we make sure that you get not only a good car in good condition, but you also get a good deal. I can tell you that majority of the people that have come to buy cars with us, sent part of the money. For example, someone came to buy a Mark II. Before they came to us, he walked around the market and he realized he may need about 20 million. So he went to the bank, withdrew 20 million. He came to us and we bought one at 12.5 and he drove it to the village. And until now, Tagari. So you can imagine you come to spend 20 million and you spend 12.5. That's a big saving. I've also given you a story of the RAV4 guy that called us in Arimachindi. And Gabagena Muguza RAV4 16 million. We got him a better RAV4 at 9 million. That time, that was 2022. Of course, right now the cars are more expensive. You cannot get a RAV4, the one we got at 9 million. You'll definitely get it higher, but still, you'll still save money compared to people that buy without me. So the pre-purchase inspection service is 400,000, and our turnaround time, normally you'll get your car in 1 day. And in good condition. If it goes beyond 1 day, maximum is 2 days. Majority of the time, I've realized in my experience that if I fail to get you a car in 2 days, that's why if most of all the people that we failed to get cars in 2 days have not bought cars yet. Either they did not have money or they did not know what they wanted. And the person that made me limit the search to 2 days was a gentleman that has not even bought a car up to now, from my knowledge. Yajjanga buli motoka gye tumulaga ne bweba nnungi etya afuna kye yeekwasa. We went on to 3 days. Twalina abantu babiri. The other person got a car, ye n'asigala nga tafunye. 3 weeks later, I was looking for a car for someone. Actually, I was looking for a car for someone, and then I found him in the same market looking for a car again. And until now, from my knowledge, tanafuna moroka. So I'll get you a car in 2 days. I'm not a broker. For the guys that think I'm a broker, I'm not a broker. So for the guys that inbox me, that's not what I do. I do pre-purchase inspection. In fact, I always recommend that you get your cars lined up and then you pay me and my mechanic to come and help you choose the best car out of those that you have gotten. And in case we don't find a good car among those, then we make a few phone calls and help you get one. I always recommend that you get your own cars listed. And it's only when we don't get a good car looking at your budget that we can help you find one. And trust me, I think we are lucky. We get very good cars at very good offers. And if we get you a car at 14, you'll find that brokers are willing to give you 15. Brokers are again so they buy it 15 and probably sell 17 or 18. So, and that's something that I believe has happened to us because we are lucky where we are. So your name is Play Color. Thank you. I've learned how to we need a financial class on how one can save up for their car. Thank you. Probably we'll have that in one of the podcasts where I will host someone. Yeah. So after a pre-purchase inspection, I sell car trackers. Your car is your asset. The only solid security you have is the fence where you put it. You put a tracking device, you'll have the ability to stop the engine remotely with your phone. You can stop the car button on your phone. Thank you very much for being part of this live broadcast today. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I've already scheduled tomorrow's broadcast. And then don't forget, Friday is Question Friday. You can ask any question you have on your mind and people will answer that question. Thank you for your engagement, guys. I don't take it for granted. And thank you for investing your data here. I wish you a very lovely day. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.